In the ancient city defense system, the horse-face bastion was an extremely core defensive structure. It allowed the defenders to eliminate enemies in the blind spots at the base of the walls. However, its construction cost was extremely high, so you decisively transformed the square brick walls into hollow cross-shaped earthen walls. In this way, soldiers could use the corners of the walls to achieve crossfire. However, when facing enemies pressed tightly against the city wall, the defenders still could not hit them. Therefore, you added horse-face archers at the corners, enabling them to eliminate the enemies from the side. But you did not expect that the wall before you was no ordinary earthen wall. It used loess and sand gravel as the main filling materials, with layers of reed and red willow branches sandwiched between the filling layers. This made the entire wall tough and impregnable. You called this method the layered filling with sticks technique. At this point, you unexpectedly discovered that the city gate was very easy for the enemy's siege engines to ram open. So you decided to build an outer enclosure in front of the city gate, dig a circular moat around it, and pave the bottom of the ditch with wooden spikes. The enemy's siege engines were forced to take a winding S-shaped detour, which prevented them from being used normally. Even if the enemy managed to break through a side gate by luck, the defenders could still counterattack from a high position, catching them like turtles in a jar. Yet when facing the enemy's scaling ladders in a strong assault, it was still impossible to stop them. So you dug canals to divert the river water from the west into a wide moat that circled the city and finally flowed into the southern river. This could both block the enemy's large siege engines and bring flowing water into the city. Even if the city endured a prolonged siege, the water supply inside would not be cut off. It also allowed the opening of garrison farmland to store grain and achieve long-term self-sufficiency. Congratulations! You have invented the octagonal city. Famous for its unique cross-shaped structure, it is a unique ancient city still existing in China.